Hello students, in this class of ours we are going to study a most widely misunderstood concept, reverberation, in chapter sound, that is in class 9th physics. The term is reverberation. Reverberation means what? Reverberation means it is persistence of sound in a big hole because of multiple reflection from different objects which are situated at different distances. Let us say this is a big hall, here is a stage, there is a speaker speaks the word Ram. It is getting reflected from different distances, objects I said. Let us say this is roof, this is floor, this is one wall, one part of a wall, another, and yet it is from a corner. So these are different objects situated at different distances, and the sound is getting back. The Ram word which was pronounced by this speaker, once it enters into the ear of the speaker directly, and another three reflections we have collected, point from point A, point B and point C. So when the man of the first Ram comes, that very moment we receive from this particular portion a reflection whose comes along with me. Comes along with me, and for the this reflection the r in Hindi it is ma. So this comes together. Now the portion that I have put into like this enclosure, this is simultaneously. See, if I pronounce this as ma, re at different times, you can understand. But if I want to ma, it will be something unintelligible. You will not be able to understand. So reverberation means these objects where from the sound is getting reflected are not so far situated from one another. The reflection, definitely they are situated at a distance of more than 17.2 meters. And I was trying to find a support for such an explanation into different books, but I could not lay my hands on so many books. When I referred, I did not find any support like this. So this is just I am making you understand, and if you find something wrong, please convey it to me. So this sound Ram, which was said by this fellow, has been reflected from 3 points, where from the echo comes back, but not the word. If these three echoes should have been like this, and let me put slightly like this, then the same Ram should have been pronounced. It is just a way of writing. Let me say one amplitude sound comes like this, another one like this, and so there will be an magnified sound, rather more louder sound will be produced if all the three Rams are getting simultaneously. But if different parts of the word Ram are reaching together, that is because the distance is large. So we say when the reverberation is a small amount, that means almost same time. There is some difference, but all the three Rams reach your ear same time. So you said Ram, but you will listen Ram. So we say reverberation in small amount is always useful because it gives life to the sound. It gives life to the sound and it boosts the level. How the level will get boosted? Because these three different amplitudes which correspond to different words are reaching at the one and same time. And since they are hardly spaced, you can assume that all of them are riding one over another. So you said Ram, but you listen Ram. But here what happens? When the ma of one Ram comes, of another Ram comes, and re of yet another Ram comes. So this reverberation, we say, is in large amount. This is in small amount. Reverberation small amount is always acceptable. It is beneficial. There are two benefits. One, it gives life to the musical sound. Another, it boosts the level of sound. And when reverberation is a large amount, it is harmful because sound becomes blurred. It is confusing, or it is distorted, or you can say it becomes unintelligible or unfathomable. You cannot perceive it, you cannot understand the meaning. Mo, and re simultaneously enter into your ear. You cannot listen it. So reverberation in large amount is harmful. It makes the sound blurred, confusing and distorted. The meaning is just one and same because we will not be able to understand the sound. Unintelligible sound it becomes. How to avoid reverberation in large amount? See, for the sound to get reflected, the nature of object must be hard, large, and it could be rough. A rough surface also reflects the good amount of sound, though the better reflection will always take from smooth surface. But here other things we can just drop down. We can stick to only one thing, and that thing is that object must be hard. So on the walls, if curtains are put, sound will go. Curtains are not as hard as the walls were, so sound will go. It will get silenced or muffled. It goes, strikes, and say it will drop there. It will not be able to reflect back because the object curtains are not hard. Another measure that we can take is on the floor, spread a carpet. If a carpet is put on the floor, carpet is softer. Then seat material can be made soft. Then soft material can be put, soft and porous also. That material could be put onto the walls. So different measures are: put the carpet on the floor, material of the seats that are put into the hall should be soft, and curtains can be put on the walls, doors, windows, etc. And the material of the walls and the roof, ceiling, that can be soft. So because of which the reflections will not be able to take place. So there will be no confusing into the sound. So once again, let me read out what the reverberation was. Reverberation was nothing but it was persistence of sound in a big hole because of multiple reflection. Why are we telling time and again big hole, big hole? Because if the hole is smaller than say 17.2 meters, then echo will not be here. So there will be no reverberation of any type. But reverberation in a big hole and reverberation in small amount is useful, because that will boost the level of sound and it will give life, because almost all the three sounds in this example, they are reaching simultaneously one over another, though slight displacement is there. But if this displacement is more, so when you get me of one sound ram, another ram you get a, and yet another ram you get r. So this particular part which has been put into an enclosure, ma or mar, simultaneously if it is reaching, it will become unintelligible. We have already discussed how to avoid reverberation in large amount.